faculty members, maybe select somebody. It's a good public speaking opportunity for next 2 minutes. Somebody want to tell me what know your genius means? I've given some hints here. You can use these hints, or you don't have to use these hints, or you might just develop on these statements that have been given. It's not a coding problem, so it's a good communication opportunity. Suddenly, what happens in interviews is they give you a topic, right? World hunger, or they tell you the climate change, and you have to speak extempore. You have to speak. So I'm asking you, know your genius is your topic. Please speak. Faculty members, please encourage them for next 2-3 minutes. Speaking. This is speaking. Coding சொல்லி கொடுத்தாவே போதும் நீங்க. So this is a communication challenge. Public speaking / virtual public speaking challenge. The floor is open to everybody.
The person who is well known with everything, sir.
You don't have to talk to me. Please talk about it. This is a topic. Know your genius. You want to convince your peers. I'm not here. I know what know your genius is. So was that who spoke? Srihari?
Yes, sir.
Srihari, good. I'm glad you took the initiative. You talk as if you're talking to your fellow peers, your friends here on the Zoom call. I know what know your genius is. You convince others.
Good evening, guys. I consider as a genius what is a person who is well known with everything, which is going to handle in a particular field or in other department fields. That's why I consider him as a genius. Thank you.
Good. Very nice share, Srihari. Okay, others can jump in with other ideas, other inputs. Speak for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 2 minutes. Opportunities to speak.
Yeah, students, please come forward and you can share your view on this 3 words. Know your genius. Tejas.
Sir?
Yeah, Tejas, please go ahead.
Know your genius means the person who can solve the problems in real life. They know the knowledge about what's happening, what we can do, and they are curious in learning new things. That's it, sir.
Yeah. Good, Tejas. So you mean you must be very curious to know the things, and then whatever you come across, you have to apply to solve a real world problem. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. Others? Just 3 words, right? How you see these 3 words, or how you take these 3 words? That is what we would like to know from you.
Yes, Leah. Anybody else?
Sir?
Yes, Priyadarshini.
Know your
Anybody?
genius.
Priyadarshini, 1 second. Anybody else after Srihari spoke?
Yeah, sir. Tejas.
Are coding people da pesranga? People who are not even participating in coding should speak up at least. Okay, next. Priyadarshini, go ahead.
Sir, know your genius means formulating questions in their mind, sir, and get the answer, sir.
Again, you're not talking to me, you're talking to your peers. Tell them what it means what it means to you, convey that to them. Yes, good, Priyadarshini. Next.
Sir, I will say so. Good evening, everyone. What I personally feel about the word know your genius is one must know their true potentials and how to build their skills so that their life and hard work gives them a fruitful job. Thank you.
Good, very nice. Next.
Renisha.
Go down the list of participants here, faculty members. Pull each, at least give them an opportunity to speak up. People who never speak. Rajesh Kannan, Sanjita, இவங்கெல்லாம் நான் கேள்வியே பட்டதில்லை, பேசுறது கேட்டதே இல்லை. சிவஞானம் பேசியிருக்காரு, வினோதினி, விவேகானந்தன், ஜெய்ஸ்ரீ,
Yes, sir. Vinodini.
தமிழ்லயும் சொல்லலாம், இங்கிலீஷ்ல சொல்லணும்ட்டு இல்லை.
Sir,
Vinodini. Yes. Yes, Pandishwari.
Good evening to all. In my point of view, know your genius means everyone must have a talent. If we realize it correctly, we should achieve a good one. That's all. Thank you.
Good, very nice. Next.
Yeah. Sanjita, Sanjita, Rinisha, Rajesh Kannan.
Santoshi. Rinish.
Yeah, someone was talking. Santosh.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Santosh.
A genius is someone who crave for knowledge and he hard work on his skills and implement by his smartness.
Yeah, good. Good.
Thank you, sir.
Kanishka. See, opportunity will not come again and again. We had already said several times no. If you have been called, then it's ultimately it becomes your primary duty, right? To turn on the mic and to respond. Kanishka.
Hamsavardhani is joining. Okay. Maybe Hamsavardhani should speak. Hamsavardhani, welcome to the evening session. You're asked to look at what is to talk a few seconds or few minutes about know your genius.
Amsavardhani, are you there?
Sir,
Yeah, Amsavardhani. Can you see the screen which has been shared by MD, sir?
yes, sir.
Yeah. So there is a statement, no, know your genius. So what do you think about that statement?
Sir, I think we have to be stable at what capacity we have, and we have to be strong what we are doing right now. Like that, sir.
Good, very good input. Very nice.
Thank you, sir.
Rajesh Kannan.
ராஜேஷ் கண்ணன் அவர் கேள்வியே பட்டதில்ல, பேச்சே உங்க குரல் குரல் கேட்கணுமே. ராஜேஷ் கண்ணன்.
Sir, may I?
Yes. Say your name and then start talking about the topic.
Hi everyone, I'm Renisha. In my point of view, sir, we all are a genius by birth. If we use the opportunity correctly, we will get success in our life.
Very nice. Very good. We are all a
Thank you, sir.
genius. Anybody else?
Sir, myself, Vinodini, sir.
Yes, go ahead, Vinodini. Yeah.
From my point of view, we have to discover our talents and we should work hard on that, sir.
Nice. That's a good point. Very good.
Thank you,
So
sir.
let me, I want all of you to, I've posted this on Slack. So please read this. Kind of conveys what I think know your genius means. Know your genius, KYG. Interestingly, the K and G stands for kite, KGISL. KG is the initials of the founder of the group, K Govindaswamy. KYG, know your genius. By being curious about interesting things. You must be curious if you want to be a good engineer to start with, and later on to become a genius of an engineer. You must be curious about some things in life, right? Something that interests you. So be curious about things that interest you. Know your genius starts by being you start knowing your genius by becoming curious. You start by knowing your you begin to know your genius by learning deep knowledge in a particular domain, right? While you must be curious about many things, you must be keen to find out, become a deep learner or deep knowledgeable person in a specific domain, right? So somebody who's a very good doctor, who's an extremely good neurosurgeon, you need a lifetime just to become that neurosurgeon. That neurosurgeon cannot also suddenly say, I'm going to become a pilot. Very difficult to become a genius in one area unless you are like Elon Musk. He's running 5 different companies. Those are all rare geniuses. But at least you start to know your genius by becoming a deep knowledge worker in one domain. You know your genius, you learn to know your genius by building skills that are employable. Like all of you are here, right? Programming skills. You're trying to build programming skills, knowing how to use pointers. Very, very small segment of what, very small piece of what a good programmer should know. But knowing pointers helps you become a better programmer to do more complicated things. You become to know your genius by ideating to tackle wicked problems. There are so many wicked problems in the world: poverty, climate change. People are the pandemic is causing so much grief in so many families. So there are a lot of wicked problems in India. So if you say I'm going to solve some wicked problem, that also brings out your genius in you. So know your genius is also by hacking solutions to make the world a better place, right? So these are all ideas of how you can begin to know your genius. I encourage you to, what we are doing here is you're building skills, the third line, right? That's what you are here for. There are many other things you should also do. When you do that, your genius, your own genius will become evident to you, and you can have a satisfying life, prosperous life, and be of useful to society as well. This hack genius is something I'm going to share here on the chat. People, your seniors and people have written up Coding is only one part of trying to build your skills. You must know how to speak. That's why I've asked you to speak now. You must also know how to write. So people who have um, I hope you will all copy some of these links I'm putting. These are all important links for you. Hack Genius is a place where I encourage you to come and share some of your experiences. Whatever you're going through Pointer Camp is also an experience. You feel like writing something about it, you should come and write. On imagination, somebody writes about imagination. Maybe you want to write a poem. That's also fine. Poetry is also one way of expressing yourself. Here's another one. Sagar Patel, one of your seniors, came and spoke at the beginning, right? He wrote this. Pointers organized. So, I mean, I'm happy that he wants to give some credit to me. My
Sir?
idea is not to. Yes.
Yes, sir. Sir, we are not able to see that Medium post, sir.
Yeah. Okay, good. Thank you. All right. So the chat the links have been shared on the chat, right? That's visible.
Yes, sir. That is we have.
You got that. Okay.
Yes, sir. We have.
So what did I put on the chat? I put on the chat only one link. Okay.
Yes.
So that's what. So this is Sagar writing about his experience in Pointer Camp. You don't have to give any credit to me. Please don't. It's embarrassing for me. But if you feel he felt that he should talk about, I'm not asking you to come and write here to appreciate me. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying if you have some experience that you feel it's relevant for you and also relevant for others, then Sagar is one idea of how he's come and shared what he wrote, right? Hey, by the way, this typing to see, this is one advantage. So because he wrote about typing IO, that's a huge value addition for me, because now I'm able to tell you what typing IO is. So this is typing IO. Then I'm going to share this link. So this is the reason why I'm asking people to come and share. Maybe sometimes I forget to point out some important resource that might be helpful. All of you must know touch typing. Okay, touch typing. This is a good place to learn touch typing. I'm going to share this link also on the chat. So learn how to speak, learn how to write is my first these 20 minutes of time that I wasted, or not wasted, but at least I spent some time on this. Gave you all an opportunity to speak. So unless so I always like to show and tell, right? So by asking you to speak, I'm telling you that this is also a skill you have to develop. Instead of me just telling public speaking is good, you must do, you must not be shy of yourself. Allah solita, I could have made you speak, but by putting you on the spot, you understand that speaking and communication skills is equally, if not more important than communication, coding skills. Even if you don't know coding, if you speak well, many companies give you a job. I'm repeating again, even if you don't know coding, if you know how to express yourself and you are very interactive, that itself is a desirable skill for many people, many companies. And the other skill I'm talking about is now is typing skills. Keyboarding, you must know how to use all your 10 fingers. You should, speed must at least be, so this one, sign in with Google. Let me impress you with my typing skills here a little bit. You can come and pick any language that you want to type. C is the language that you're learning. So C++, C Linux. I like to C Linux. This is actually code from the operating system. So you type this and you start typing. You're actually typing the code itself. You may not understand the code, but you're int I next. So it gives you a section of code which you can type. You see the pointer code, double pointer code. What is that? For P equals and last task P greater than and first task minus P if star p pointer code, all pointer code is there. See, I'm sure you at least have some semblance of understanding all this. P arrow mark. This has become evident only when you start using pointers to look at objects. I mean structures. Structure that signal is one of the elements. So that's how you access. Whoops, typing skills is not. What? Oh, or I thought it was okay. One is shifting. Okay, so much for typing. I can quit. What do I quit? Okay, let me finish. So typing பழகுனீங்கன்னா, then you can finish your problems fast. Interview technical problems. If you want to write the code fast, then you can finish the problem fast and go to the next problem also. You can't when you're doing your technical online testing. I mean, even for your exams, many of your exams are going to become online now. So even typing it fast might help you finish the exam fast. So typing is a much needed skill for the 21st century. Hello, people. Typewriters might have gone out of fashion. So mudichna, then it tells me what it should give me some analytics. So typable characters, my speed, unproductive, words per minute. My words per minute is 29 words per minute. Minus, and then it tells you heat map, which all you did right, wrong. So it's a good way to practice your coding. By writing code itself, you're practicing your keyboarding skills. So I encourage you to learn that. So this is the site where you can come and add. You can submit to this publication, and I can add you if you have something to add. If you want to submit, I encourage all of you to submit something into the. This is like an online publication, right? So Jagadishan, Srimati Jagadishan. Who's she? She's from KG or Kite?
Kite, sir. Easy.
Kite.
Easy.
ECA. She's one of the more prolific writers. She writes my hackathon experience. Could be very small. One paragraph also is okay. 3-minute read. So I encourage you to read and benefit from it. Write, potentially also write and do that. This is the most important link I want to share. How to hack your genius. That also I will share on the chat. So please read that. It gives you the speaker, the writer gives you a formula for unlocking true human potential, right? I'm a very big fan of hackathons, and obviously Genius is there as part of your KG, you know your genius. So please read this and see what gives you some ideas, insights of how to hack your genius. Okay, good. I'm happy we did this small non-coding exercise. Okay, who's ready to do the problem? So what was the problem that we gave? Vowels in order, optimizing vowels in order. Who wants to do optimize vowels in order?
Sir.
Yes, Priyadarshini, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, hi.
You're ready?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so this is the problem. Tell me what you want me to do.
Can star vowels equal to?
Are you going to start from the approach that I asked you to do? I said start from the start from the subsequence that I told you, right?
Yes,
What
sir.
approach did you take, Priyadarshini?
Sir,
I asked you one clue. Use the chord in subsequence as a starting point, and then solve the vowels in order. Did you take this approach, or you what approach are you giving now?
sir, I cannot take that approach, sir.
Why not, ma? See, vowels in order, if you look at it, it comes right next to, okay, vowels in order comes right in next to subsequence, correct?
Yes, sir.
Vowels in order is sort of a specialized version of subsequence. Do you understand how it is?
Yes, sir.
So that is why I said start with this as your starting point. The subsequence simplest solution நான் கொடுத்திருக்கேன் இல்லையா? அதை
Yes, sir.
use பண்ணீங்கன்னா then you might be able to come up with the solution fast. Did you take that approach or you took a different approach?
Sir, I cannot take subsequent, sir.
Sarima, then how long is your code then? How many lines of code have you written?
1 minute, sir.
Are you able to share on the chat or you're on a mobile phone?
Sir, mobile phone, sir.
Okay, ma. All right. So how long is your code? Can you tell me?
1 minute.
Number of lines? 10 lines, 20 lines, 30 lines?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sir, 12 lines, sir.
12 lines. Okay, that seems short enough. Okay. Do we have time? Anybody else who approached it? Okay, I'll come back to you, Priyadarshini. So let
Okay,
me
sir.
see if somebody else took my clue and solved it simpler, in a simple manner.
Sir, I did
So
it, sir.
Priyadarshini, your code does not use substring. It does not use another string. Is that what you're telling me as well? Because remember yesterday we looked at Santosh's code. He was using an extra string. Is your solution without using an extra string or it also uses extra string? சொல்றது புரியுதா புரியலையா? Anybody else other than Priyadarshini who's willing to share?
Sir, I did it using subsequence as starting point.
Okay, that is Aarti. Anybody else? Nobody else? So Priyadarshini, I'll come back to your version provided we have additional time. Okay, but I'm happy that you solved it on your own as well. Very good.
Okay, sir.
No, I want to take the approach because of want of time. I want to take the approach which is this is the code that we wrote, right? In the suppose you looked at this one, right? The subsequent simplest solution everybody reviewed. I only saw 3 people look at this video. மத்தவங்கெல்லாம் ஒன்றும் பார்க்கவே இல்லையா? Why? How many people saw this video? Please turn on your mic and tell me how many people actually saw this video.
Myself, sir.
Sir, myself, sir.
Three people. I hear 3 names and the 3 is exactly the count. I know that people have looked at the video. மத்தவங்கள என்ன பண்றீங்க? You didn't have time? நான் சொன்னது புரியலையா? Use the code அப்படின்னு சொன்னேன் இல்லையா? மத்தவங்க எல்லாம் வீடியோ கூட பார்க்கலையா? Faculty members, please review with them. I mean, I've not asked them to write any code. I've asked them to look at the video. So they should respond, right? I mean, they should at least do it, correct?
Yes.
Something to make note of. Okay. So, so Aarti, this is the code that you brought, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and the code illama enna varu first let's remove this code. Say submit, all the test cases should fail, I think. So Priyadarshini, you should also know how to do this. Okay, this is what I expected you to do. You got it, Priyadarshini? I
Yes,
still
sir.
am interested in what you came up on your own. That is also valuable. But this is what I wanted to also show it to the rest of the class as well.
Okay, sir.
So this is the code that is there in this problem, which is the subsequence problem. Subsequence எப்படி சிம்பிளா சால்வ் பண்றதுன்னு வீடியோ காமிச்சிருக்கேன். அந்த வீடியோல பாத்தீங்கன்னா கடைசியில இந்த கோட் தான் இருக்கும். This is the code you will see. And so if you press submit, oops. If you press bring that here, what is the error? Can you fix these errors, Aarti or Priyadarshi? Both can contribute. Anybody can contribute. Needle undeclared in varudha. What should I do?
Sir, we have to declare the needle, sir.
So tell me the code.
Char star needle.
Char star or const star?
Const char, sir.
Const char or just char star?
Just char star, sir.
Why? Because vowels in order is still examining things, right? You see this? It's coming under examination. So we're not modifying anything, right?
Okay, sir.
So it can be const star, right? Const character star. Okay, tell me.
Needle equals
Okay.
AEIOU.
So this is the vowels, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you just add that and see what happens. All that. See, if you go from whatever you know the problem, the moment you say vowels in order is one form of, is a specialized form of subsequence. Subsequence la enna pandrom? Subsequence la we are saying given two strings, find if needle is a subsequence of haystack. Correct? This is the problem. Given two strings, find if needle is a subsequence of haystack. Vowels la enna pandrom? Vowels la in the descriptions எல்லாம் இருக்கு, but ultimately if you look at it, you got only one string, but then you are asked to look for all the vowels. So what Aarti has done is she's formed a new needle by herself, and this needle she's looking for in the hay. So having defined this, then vowels in order becomes another version of subsequence. Everybody understand?
Yes,
So
sir.
this is what is going from known to the unknown, right? You know the problem, you know how to solve subsequence. And when you see a new problem like this, vowels in order, you should, if it strikes in your brain, oh, this is like searching for another set of needle in a haystack. That the only thing is I have to define what the needle is. Is that clear, Priyadarshini?
Yes, sir.
So with this, just adding one line, look, she's finished off so many test cases. Okay, so remainder of test cases எப்படி solve பண்றது Aarti? Yeah.
Yes, sir. After the fifth line, sir.
So what is it that is failing now? What test case is failing? Inabstemious is failing, correct? Inabstemious, why is inabstemious failing, Aarti? Please explain to the class.
Sir, I is in uppercase and we have AEIOU in lowercase and AEIOU is in order. So it returns 1, but the expected output is 0. It
Why?
should consider even I also as lowercase. If it considers
Okay,
it won't.
and I is coming ahead of A, right?
Yes, sir.
Because it's coming ahead of A, this word does not, abstemious comes correct. Where is abstemious? Abstemious comma. Abstemious பாத்தீங்கன்னா the expected answer is 1 because A, E, I, O, U. But inabstemious பாத்தீங்கன்னா inabstemious word இல்ல, by the way. I just made it up. Inabstemious பாத்தீங்கன்னா I comes ahead of A, therefore it should return 0. Okay, in the test cases are what is failing. Okay, so tell me, how do you solve this?
So after the fifth line, if string char of needle, comma 2 lower of star A
Hmm.
not equal 0. We have to put the second if inside this if statement, sir.
If it is so, what are you writing here?
Not
Can you
equal to
explain in
0.
English? Not equal to 0. Okay.
Yes,
Can you
sir.
explain in your comments what this means? Your code, I understand the code, but what is this code doing?
Sir, it checks whether if needle
Check what? You're looking at the lowercase of hey, or whatever hey is pointing to, that character, you're checking whether that is in needle or not, correct? So only if the character pointed to by hey is a vowel, you're checking, correct?
yes, sir. Yes.
Check if hey points to a vowel. Because if it is a vowel, then string car will return some pointer value. Otherwise, it returns 0. As long as it is not 0, it implies that what hey is pointing to is a vowel. Okay. So you want to do this. You want to put this inside the whole thing inside that if loop, is it? If like this,
Yes, sir. Till
including hey plus plus,
no,
or
sir. Only till needle plus plus.
and hey you want to keep it outside.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. And we have to return 1. Yes, sir. Return.
Return 1 now.
No, sir. It's okay. Correct.
She want to return 1. You don't want this. You want to return 1, is it?
And yes, sir.
And not have this.
After ninth line, else return 0, sir.
Else return 0.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Good job. So that's the simplest way to solve this problem. Let's see if I can simplify this. So check if hey points to a vowel. So instead of a nested if else, so okay, let's go back to what I had originally. Okay, the way I do, so this is one way to solve the problem, which is good, Aarti. Very nice. The way I would do this is, this is what I had originally, right? So this is the code that is there for the subsequence. We just added the needle. So what I'm saying is, okay, I have to check whether they're in order, right? So how do I check that I should not, whatever I'm looking at the hay should not be, so see, let me see if I can explain the code after writing it. String car in needle, I'm doing the same thing, needle plus one, needle, I'm looking at needle plus one, and I'm saying two lower of hay. If whatever I'm finding in hay is there in the rest of the needle, meaning I, right? If I occurs before I looked at A, right? I'm looking at A, right? That's what needle starts off by looking at. Even though needle is KEIOU, star needle is looking at A. So if I find hay has I, and I is there in the needle plus one, it's there in the rest of the vowels, then I'm saying it comes ahead of my it comes ahead of A, right? Therefore, I am saying if this situation happens, to lower string, if string car is true, then I'm saying return 0. Just one line that should solve my test cases. Is this clear to you, Aarti? Because you are the one who attempted this. If a vowel occurs out of order, right? Then the string car will be positive, will be non-zero, correct? If it is not zero, meaning it this whatever I'm pointing to here is found in the needle, right? Needle plus one, right? Then I'm saying return 0. Difficult to explain even for myself, but ask questions if you don't understand it. Then if everybody understand, then I don't have to explain. Correct? You understand, Aarti? Because you are the only one who solved this. Or Priyadarshini, you also solved this. You understand what I'm doing?
Yes, sir, I can understand, sir.
So this is the only 2 lines we added. Line number 4 and 2 lines. Actually, I said 1 line. So this is obvious. You have to have a needle. So which is the only thing we don't test, because we don't test whether the other, we don't want the vowels occurring out of order. I'm saying when I'm looking for A, right? When I'm looking for A, if I find I already in the hay or E already in the hay, then it's out of order. Only after I find A, I should find a E, I, and only after I find a E, I should find I, right? So each time my needle keeps moving forward. So after I find the A in the hay, then my needle points to E. Then next time I'm checking, I'm only looking for E first. But if I find an I, then I know that this is out of order. So because this is out of order, I return 0. Simple solution.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm not going to post this on Slack. I expect all of you to figure it out yourself, because many have not looked at the video. Please look at the video and then come up, and if you write these 2 lines and this 1, 2, 3 lines, you should solve vowels in order. So I'm not going to post the image because many of you are just probably not doing the work by looking at what hints I'm giving. Okay, so that's 6:45. Let's finish the next one. Who wants to do the next one? String reverse. Aarti seems to be the only one who's solved this problem. So Aarti gets another badge, please. Big round of applause. Good job, Aarti.
Thank you, sir.
You solved a problem which even I don't know the solution for, which is
Sir,
good.
but
I'm going to learn from you today.
sir, but it's quite big, sir. I don't think that will be the optimized solution, sir.
No, as long as you understand the code, I'm going to learn from you, because I don't know how to solve this myself. I don't know how to solve one of the test cases. So you've also solved for all the test cases, which is the first time I've seen somebody do this. So which is nice. Okay, let's do the string rev all together. Somebody other than Aarti, please nominate yourself to do this code. String reverse என்னன்னு
Sir.
புரியுதா? Everybody understand
Sir.
how to do what string reverse does? Maya mean இருந்தா you are reversing. Malayalam becomes Malayalam. The best way to explain this is use Python, I think. So I'm going to use Python here. Python, all of you understand Python, no? என்னுடைய பெயர் ரிவர்ஸ் பண்ணனும்னா எப்படி பண்றீங்க பைத்தான்ல? How do you reverse a string in Python? Anybody? What is the quickest way to reverse a string in Python? Hey, come on. போன செமஸ்டர் இப்பவே மறந்துட்டீங்கன்னா எப்படி? Nobody knows her. Hello, easy way to get a badge. Okay, all of you are doing Google search. Okay, that doesn't count. So this is how you reverse a string, right? Correct? Malayalam, that also you reverse will become Malayalam only. Correct? So this is what you're trying to do in C with this particular problem. Is everybody understanding the problem statement?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the only thing is here, Malayalam, this kosha which comes back is another string. So in Python, you can never do in place, pannalam. But what I'm asking for is the same string should be changed. Now, don't give me a new string and kekra. That's what it means, string rev. What am I explain pandana? Problem statement define for reversing without using any other extra memory location, including. So that's what I mean. This means this long widened way of saying in place replacement, in place reversal of the string is what we want to do. Okay, who wants to volunteer? Priyadarshini, yes, Priyadarshini. Code எழுதுமா சொல்லுமா என்ன பண்ணலாம்?
Sir, int length.
Int
Length.
length.
Yes, sir. Comma I, sir. Sir, not declared, sir.
Okay.
Character. Sir, I, sir. அதுக்கு next line character, sir. Star begin pointer. Star end pointer, comma, sir. CH, sir. Comma CH.
Okay.
Length equal to
Anybody else other than Priyadarshini who's written attempt at this problem?
Myself, sir.
Nobody
Myself,
else.
sir.
Okay, then Priyadarshini,
Sir.
you get to choose.
Myself, sir.
Who else?
Last only one.
Aarti.
Pavitra, sir.
Okay. Pavitra.
90%
Okay.
only,
Anybody
sir.
else?
Only 90% test case are passed, sir.
Okay, that's okay. Last test case, if you don't solve also, it's good enough. Last test case only Aarti is solved with her code. We'll be curious to find out how she does. Okay. All right. That was Srihari and Pavitra who also solved this. Okay, good. Next. Yes, Priyadarshini. Solunga.
length equal to string length P, sir. Bracket. Yes, sir. Begin pointer equal to P, sir. End pointer equal to P, sir.
Is equal to?
For P, sir.
Okay.
For I equal to 0. I less than length minus 1, I plus plus, sir.
Curly
N,
braces, no
n
braces.
pointer plus plus, sir. For I equal to 0, I less than length divided by 2, I plus plus, sir. CH equal to star begin pointer star begin pointer equal to star end pointer equal to CH. Begin pointer plus plus. End pointer
Inside the for loop.
end pointer plus minus minus. That's all, sir.
Is that the code that you wrote?
Yes, sir.
All right. Very nice. String length is not there. So include string.h. Okay. Nice. So the only thing is when you're given a UTF string, UTF na என்னன்னு கண்டுபிடிச்சுக்கோங்க. நான் எனக்கே புரியாது. UTF na என்னன்னு I myself have no idea what this UTF is. UTF, but you should know what UTF is. Unicode transformation format. If you're going to be any serious web developer, you must know what UTF-8 means. Okay. அது சொல்றது தான் actually the last test case is given simply to remind you that if you want to be a serious web programmer, you have to learn how to do UTF. You must know how to learn UTF. Got it? So that was one of my main goals of putting that your test case. So I'm very happy. Priyadarshini, very nice code. Very nice. Thank you very much. Very good. Why is that string ref? So இதெல்லாம் simplify பண்ண காமிக்கட்டுமா? How to do simplification? So we leave Priyadarshini's code as a reminder for me that she did a wonderful job here. I'm going to take this code and I'm going to write it myself. So we'll name this version as Pavitra's string grab. And let me see if I can refactor your code. This is called refactoring. Suppose I had to come and look at this code. Well, begin pointer, very nice names, very nice BP. Shall be begin pointer is not a bad idea to keep. So let me begin pointer. So this is so P itself is the beginning pointer, right? So how do I have 5 more minutes? What else do we need to do? Okay, Aarti, you will explain your code next session. Okay. So because you've solved the only test case. So please come prepared to explain the code, right? You must be able to explain the code to me because I myself don't know how that code works. So I hope you'll spend some time researching and coming up with an explanation. I'm sure you'll do a good job. So let me use this to refactor this code if it's possible at all. Begin pointer. Others can also help if you think you know how to simplify this problem. String length use பண்ண முடியுமா, right? That is the most simplification we can attempt. because you're using string length, you're walking the entire length of the string of P. So suppose P is 10,000 characters long, then your string length is counting all that, right? Maybe you can't avoid it, but maybe string length is, yeah, you can't avoid it. Actually, you need to get to the end, right? But let me see. Begin pointer, begin pointer, end pointer is actually, I want to keep that. That's good explanation. That's a very good naming convention. So begin pointer, so begin pointer and end pointer. So begin pointer, you already said is P. So let me, why do I have to waste one more line to do that, right? I'm going to try and avoid using this begin pointer. So how do I get to the end pointer? So character. See, now string rev is part of which? It's part of modification, correct? Manipulation, right? It's part of manipulation. String rev, manipulate. When you want to manipulate the strings, you can't use const, right? If you use const, you can't write into that location. So it's good that Pavitra has used Pavitra or Priyadarshini? Priyadarshini. Yeah, so Priyadarshini is used characters because character pointer, which means I can write into the location that it points to. End pointer எப்படி கண்டுபிடிக்கிறது? End pointer also starts with P. And then what I do is while end pointer is pointing to something valid, I move the end pointer to the end, right? The end pointer will get to the end and end there. Now what do I do? This length I don't need. Begin pointer I've already initialized. End pointer I've already. So this for loop is what I've done with this single while loop. You understand that, Priyadarshini? Your for loop I've just simplified into a while loop. Got it?
Okay, sir.
So I'm not doing anything different. They endpoint தான் இங்கேயும் போட்டிருக்கீங்க. They for loop தான் இங்கேயும் I've just simplified into a while loop. And this for loop, I need a for loop definitely. So let me move the end pointer one step backwards, right? Because it will be pointing at null, correct? Then I have to move it one step backwards, and then while and you're right, you're only doing it half the length, right? The way I do that would be while begin pointer is less than end pointer. While that happens, your begin pointer and end pointer, I'll move it here. End pointer, begin pointer has to move forward. The end pointer, because it's becoming long, I'm bringing it here. End pointer minus. So one for loop. My for loop is different from your for loop slightly. This and this I've folded into this. And because I don't have length, I'm saying as a begin pointer, as long as a begin point, you see those begin pointer, my hands are clear, visible. இப்படி வரும். The end pointer will move like this. The moment they're in the middle, I can stop, correct? So that is what this begin pointer is less than end pointer. What do I do? Then you're doing the same thing. Same thing, I will use your own logic here. 7 o'clock ஆயிடுச்சா? Okay. So So nice, you're getting a character. Character is by looking at what is the begin pointer. So this is the typical swap, right? This is how you swap two locations. So Pavitra is Priyadarshini is used swap. So I can remove it. So while you had two for loops, I have one while loop and one Purila expected identifier before character. Okay. Sometimes these error messages are not very useful. So instead of the semicolon so I don't know. Not very okay. So what happened here? Failed MA, showing MA while end pointer, move the end pointer. End pointer, oh, wait, end pointer, end pointer is equal to P வேண்டியதில்லையே. I don't need this. So there it is. So again, I'll pass all the test cases except the last one because I don't know how, seriously, I don't know how to solve the last one. We'll wait for Aarti's solution tomorrow. Others may also try and be one more person or two more. I like to see 3 or 4 more people also join Aarti in how to understand UTF. So any more simplifications here? So these words are a little bit longer. So we'll say BP. Let's see if I can make it even smaller. Let's say Q, P and Q are clear. So let me just while Q plus plus and while Q minus Q minus. So P is less than Q. Your naming convention is definitely better, Priyadarshi, but I'm just, if I were to write something like this, this is what I would do. Character, can I even not use this? See if I can use I like to use the is equal to Q, this is XORing version, right? You can use XOR also to replace without using I think you've learned all that. You've already covered that. See if this works. Strange, man. No, see, even a pointer person like me sometimes messes up like this. What? Hey, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Q minus minus, P plus plus. So I should do P move forward, Q move negative. There you go. So if all of you want to do string reverse in the most pointer heavy code, that's how it is done. This I don't mind sharing on the chat, so you can practice this version. That's what you want to do. 7:05. Any inputs before we quit? Any inputs before we leave? Suggestions, thoughts? So tomorrow we are. What is the challenge that we want to post? Faculty members, any ideas, suggestions? So we're going to start off with Aarti explaining her string reversal for the last test case. This UTF works Moros. Okay. That's whatever we use absolutely fails, right? I don't know, it's getting mangled. So clearly the solution which I have given only works for the string as long as it's ASCII string, right? If it's a UTF string, then it fails miserably. So Aarti is going to explain that tomorrow. What is the problem we can give? Shall we go into array manipulation? Because all of you must know how to use array manipulations. Were fairly simple. Day of the year, Parlama. Shall we do day of the year? Or you want to do matrix update? Faculty members, which is appropriate?
Shall we go with day of the year, sir?
Yes, okay. So what are we on? Day 14?
Yes, sir.
Explain solution for string reverse of UTF-8 encoded string. So Aarti gets the badge for having done the because she's going to teach me something I don't know. For I'm very happy that the time when that happens. So Aarti, I'm very happy that you know the solution for the last test case as well. That's why you get that badge as well. Good job.
Thank you, sir.
So day 14 challenge also has been posted. Good luck, everyone. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, students. So we had a wonderful session today, and you had got several things to note on, right? Right away, starting from the meaning for KYG. Okay, so have that in your mind always. So you are here to know the genius within yourself, right? So you have to find that, and you have to excel in your career. That is what our wish is. And whatever the links which is been shared, no, so whatever that has been shared in this Zoom session, the same your faculty members will be sharing in the WhatsApp group also. So have a record, have a log on whatever the shortness which has been provided. So everything will be useful in several ways, right? Yeah. Once again, I would like to congratulate Aarti for winning the third batch of this 50-day pointer challenge.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. So, yeah, we can wind up, and we can meet by tomorrow, 6 p.m. Thank you.